So, season 1, episode 11 of 9 Day Fiancé, The Single Life, Exes, and Oh No's. That was a fantastic episode. And there was so much. I can't recap it all in just one video. So, we're just going to focus on probably the juiciest story line of the whole show of this episode, and it was Colt and Vanessa. So Colt and Vanessa went to meet up with his ex Jess and her new husband Brian, and Colt decided to do this after he asked Vanessa out, and she said she didn't trust him and said not yet. And then she suggested he apologize to Jess face to face with her there so they can get some closure and to prove to her that he's trustworthy and done with being a cheater. And let me just tell you, it was extremely awkward. Colt said hello, and nobody said anything. And Jess and her husband Brian were chugging wine too because they felt super awkward. You could cut the tension with a butter knife. And so Jess just gave Colt this look, and if looks could kill, then man, Jess could have done some damage to Colt with that look. And so Jess started off asking Colt how his cats was for the ultimate icebreaker, and Colt said they're okay, and asked how her cats were, and she said okay. And it was a moment filled with awkward silence and uncomfortable stares. And then so Jess asked Vanessa if her and Colt were a thing now, and Vanessa said they're working on it, and Brian, Jess's husband, said it's a little weird you hit my wife up to hang out. And I've heard that Vanessa was trying to be Larissa's friend and suck up to her on social media and get Larissa to hang out with her too, and that's Colt's ex-wife. And, she was trying to hit up Jess and hang out with Jess. And that's just a little weird to me. Yeah, you guys might have some things in common by doing it with the same man, but that just seems like it would be super awkward. But hey, Jess and Larissa ended up becoming friends, but that's after Larissa left Colt. And Colt told Jess that him and Vanessa just wanted to come there and apologize. And he knows he wasn't the best boyfriend, and that he was sorry that he hurt Jess, and that they should have broke up a lot sooner than they did, and that he lied to Jess about Vanessa. And Jess said she just wanted to understand what happened, and she wanted to hear it from Vanessa first because she said Colt lies too much. Vanessa said that her and Colt started talking while he was with Larissa. Then Vanessa started dating someone else for a month, so he went and had revenge sex with Jess. Then Vanessa and Colt started having sex a month after Jess and Colt had started dating, after Colt came back from Chicago, and Jess snapped and said, so you lied to me all the time? And Vanessa said she does know that it's wrong to sleep with Colt while he was with Jess, and she feels horrible about it. But it's this was not just a one-time thing. This went on for a long time. And so Jess went on to tell Colt that she's had a hard time trusting people since him, and that he really effed up her mentally. She said now she knows she wasn't crazy, and all these suspicions she had was true. And she called Vanessa B and said she was sorry, she was just really angry, but the real problem is Colt. And she started telling Colt he was fake, and Colt said he wasn't fake. And then Brian stepped in and said, you have told Jess a lot of lies. And Colt put his hands up and closed his hand, doing a close your mouth gesture with his hand. And Brian got mad and started telling Colt to shut the F up, and said he wanted to beat Colt up after he was doing that hand gesture. And then Jess told Vanessa, you really trust Colt? You know he's gonna cheat on you, right? Once a cheater, always a cheater. And if Vanessa didn't already think Colt was gonna cheat on her already, Jess is just watering the seeds that were already planted. So Vanessa told Jess that he is really trying to change, and Colt knows he messed up. And Jess was like, thank you, Colt, because if I never dated you, then I would have never met my husband, Brian, and he treats me good, he loves me, he makes me orgasm multiple times. And Colt just did the awkward eyeglass adjustment move he always does when he's in the hot seat. And then Colt said, I just want to come to apologize. And Jess said to Vanessa, well, if you decide to give Colty a chance, and I hope it will work. And then her and her husband, Brian, just continued to drink wine, but she started chugging it out of the bottle. And my final thoughts on all this is I don't think Colt realized who he was hurting when he was doing all this cheating. And I don't think he realized how much that messes a woman's mentality up and makes it hard for her to trust future mates in the future, or just trust people in general. And it does a lot of damage that is lasting. You can damage a person for the rest of their life by cheating on them, and they're gonna be thinking that they're crazy when they're not, just like Jess said. And that's just no way to live at all, especially when somebody's always saying, no, I'm not cheating on you, when they are, and making them seem like the victim when in real life you're the victim. Like gaslighting, trying to make you feel bad for their behavior. That's not cool whatsoever. Vanessa, she does give Colt a chance. Rumor is they're engaged now, so it looks like she did give Colt a chance, but I wish them the best. But Colt does need to grow up. I know he loves his mom and everything, but he needs to man up and start being a man and knowing how to be more self-reliant, in my opinion. But that's it for this video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe.